Hello! In this video, we will review DAE for BigQuery's feature to restrict access to various resources in BigQuery. With this, users can be denied access to specified tables, an entire dataset, or a whole project. Let's consider the following scenario. If you want to create a policy that would prevent non-HQ users from accessing the branch table, then we need to create an information control policy. If you are familiar with the Next Labs Control Center platform, then you may understand how this policy functions. From a high level, the policy should read as deny non-HQ users access to branch table. Because of this, the policy works to deny the enforcement. Non-HQ user will be our subject component or user component. Subject components define who the policy will apply to. Kindly note that this is dynamic data. We will not list the names of users who are in HQ. Instead, we will rely on the attributes stored in the different data stores in your organization. This could be from the HR master, where the HR department keeps track of all the users within the organization, or it could also come from an Active Directory that the IDP is managing. As long as you can find an attribute that defines that a particular user is coming from the HQ user, then we can dynamically create a component for them. We'll also need to specify the action that we're trying to control. Here, the select action should be sufficient. However, when needed, DAE for BigQuery also supports other standard SQL statements like update and insert. Lastly, we'll need to specify the resources that we want to control. In DAE, we can specify the server, dataset, schema, and table. Let's take a look at the policy from our demo environment. This demo environment is being used by different Next Labs enforcers. So, let's take a look at the folder where we keep the policies specifically for DAE for BigQuery. You'll see that I have created 3 policies. First, let's review the deny policy. You'll see here that this policy returns a deny effect for users who are not in the HQ user department or the HQ user component. These users will be denied when they are accessing the branch table, specifically when they are running a select statement against the branch table. If I click on the branch components, we will see that it is defined as a table in the BigQuery demo schema inside the JDBC Enforcer database, or project running inside the Google server. If I want to change the level of resources they want to control, then I must redefine this component. For example, if I want to deny non-HQ users from accessing the entirety of the BigQuery demo schema, I'd have to remove the table parameter from this component. This policy is what caused Linda and Joy not to have any results when they ran report number 1, as seen in our previous demo video. In case you missed this, let's take a look at report number 1 again. Here, you will see that this report runs the following SQL command. If I copy this SQL command and run it directly in Google BigQuery, it should return 10 rows. However, since our connection is going through the DAE proxy, and we have a policy restricting Linda, who is not from HQ to access this table, DAE modifies the original SQL statement before sending it to BigQuery. Let's take a look at the DAE server and see what the modified SQL statement would look like. It's a little bit small, so allow me to copy this over to Google BigQuery and run it directly from there. You'll see that this modified SQL statement returns 0 rows. How did DAE do it? When a policy returns a deny, DAE automatically adds where 1 equals 0 clause into the original SQL statement. This statement will always return false. Because of this, no rows will be returned. Let's look at another example. This time, I'm going to run report 2B. This report runs an inner joint query between the sales table and the branch table. Since Linda should not have access to the branch table, she will in effect also have no access to the SQL statements as long as the branch table is being referenced. And there we go. This is how we define policies to restrict users from accessing different levels of resources inside BigQuery. This concludes our demo video on DAE, on project, dataset, and table level access control. Thank you for watching.